Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Free Daily Coaching on October 28th. It's a Halloween haunt, if you will, of our free daily coaching. The fun part about this week is that it's literally like pitch black outside. Like if you see behind me, it is dark. And the fun part of free daily coaching is that we have it pretty early in the morning. Now, for the East Coast people, it's like 10 in the morning, right? So not so early. But for those of us that are out on the Pacific time, it's like 7 a.m. So what in the heck is happening Wednesday for this week? I'm going to talk about a little bit about how our environment really does affect what it is that we're doing in our business and what is the environment that you're placing yourself in. And so the reason I'm bringing that up is because over the last week, it's not that I wanted to do the free daily coaching any less, but over the last week, as the time has been slipping back and it's been getting darker and darker, it's like I feel like the free daily coaching call is getting earlier and earlier, right? Even though the time isn't really getting earlier, it's because literally where we're located, where I'm orientated, the sun comes up and wakes me up, right? Like as the sun comes up over the horizon, it wakes me up and it lets me know what time it is. Well, as the time keeps going back like this and the time that the sun rises and sets changes, it changes us, right? So right now I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, we probably have like another hour or so, right? Like I'm laying in bed for a while and I'm like, oh, I probably have like a couple of hours because it's pretty dark out. And then in reality, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have 4 minutes, right? 4 minutes. So does your environment and the environment that you place yourself in have something to do with your business? Absolutely. My physical environment is having something to do with my business right now. Now let's take that a step further and talk about the people that you're surrounding yourself in your environment, right? What are the people that are in and around you? Are those people that you're putting around you on a regular basis? Are those people affecting your business, affecting what you're doing? So it's something to look at, start to take a look at and see how this is affecting your business. What about the office that you're in? The office that you're working in? I can see that in Chris's office, she has some artwork behind her. There's another picture, on the left that's a framed picture. Do you have artwork? Do you have books? Do you have a bookshelf? I've got a bookshelf behind me. We've got a bunch of different, artwork. We've got some awards and trophies and things like that. And then I've got a bunch of books up here, right up above me. I've got some more books here. I've got more books over there, some more awards, pictures of my family, right? Like one of my favorite pictures of my wife and I, right, is right on my desk. An award that I got so that I can look at it, right? Like one of my first awards that I got online, something that my son made me, right? That he made me back in like ceramics class. I'm not really sure what it is. It's like a Patriots logo thing, something. It's red, white, and blue, right? And I keep those things right here in my desk, right where I can see them, because I want to stay in a positive environment. Okay. What else could you do to keep your environment that you're working in, that you're putting yourself in on a regular basis? What else could you do to up that? Well, do you have music going? Are you listening to some music while you're working? Are you maybe listening to a podcast, an entrepreneurial podcast that's going to move you forward in your business? Right? These are things that you could have going all the time. Do you know that when my wife gets up in the morning, when I'm working and she's running around, she'll go and do some of her morning chores. She'll come back into the house and she will turn on the radio with a subliminal, like it has like water and music trickling in the back. And it's like kind of like a, I don't know, like a real calm, soft stream and water, like a creek in the background. And what it is it's a subliminal message, right? It's like a hypnosis soundtrack. And literally it's saying power, 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 wealth, 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 knowledge, 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 right? It's just saying all this stuff. You can't hear it. Like if you just sit and listen to it, you can't hear that. All you can hear is like the water and stuff, but that's what's happening. So are you programming yourself? Are you setting yourself up in your external environment? Are you setting yourself up for the maximum level of success? Because if you're working from home, if you have a home-based business, whether you're working literally from your home office or whether you're going to a Starbucks or you're going to the local coffee shop, you're going to sit in a park, wherever you're going to do that from that home office. Sorry, Chris. That was the only one for this morning. Wherever you're going to be for your home office, you get to choose that home office. You get to choose that location. So the question really is, are you going to choose a location, an environment that's going to be the most productive for you? And that's the most important thing, really, is for you to have massive production, right? For you to get into action. And if you're in a place, if you're sitting in a place, if you're putting yourself in a place where you're not getting work done, where it's not conducive to you actually taking the actions required to get to your goals, then I suggest you move locations, right? You either physically move locations or you set up your physical location to be more conducive to you doing business. Whatever that looks like. Maybe you're trying to do it right now and you're trying to do it from your laptop and the couch, and it's just not happening because there's just too much noise. There's too much going on. Well, just go set up somewhere, even if it's just for the night, even if it's just for that half hour of the day. But it's important that you place yourself in an environment that you're going to be able to take massive action, in an environment where you're going to want to take massive action, right? And in an environment that's supportive of what you're doing. Those three tickets, those three keys to are keys to your business to help you move forward. Because I can tell you right now, if you're not in a supportive environment, if you're not in a productive environment, if you're in a stagnant, cluttered area, you're not going to be able to get the work done that you want to get done, and simply because you're not setting yourself up for that success. So some of these items that we're talking about, these are things that you can already do. You can do them right now to ensure that you stay successful, to make sure that as you move forward, you're getting all of the support, all of the energy, all of the benefits of working for yourself. This is allowing yourself to create what it is that you wanted to create. And a lot of us are sabotaging ourselves. A lot of us are saying, well, I'm not getting to where I wanted to get. I've been doing this for this amount of time. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. And I'm not getting the desired result. Well, let's look at the behaviors. Let's look at the actions. Let's see what it is that we're changing in our daily routines. And are those actions and those changes going to be changes that will actually help our business and move us forward? And if we can't say yes, then we need to eliminate those and go find the things that we can do that will change our business, that will move us forward. So what's happening Wednesday is what's happening with you. What's happening in your business? What are you doing to ensure that you're moving forward? Right? These are what we talked about today were three things that you could do to ensure that your physical location, that your place of business, that where you're operating on a regular daily basis is conducive to doing business. Then we can look at some external places of what we're doing and say, okay, where else can I go? Where else can I plug in? So if you have a home office, if you have a place where you're doing business on the regular, it's a supportive place. It's a secure place. It's a place that you feel comfortable. Now you can really tap in to some more resources, right? Now that you have a comfortable place to do your work, now that you have a base camp of operations, now you can go and start to explore other places online that you can tap into to grab amazing training, like tonight. Over the last few weeks, if you've been here at Free Daily Coaching, you've been working on Thursdays with Chris Schaus when Shouse is in the house and been doing some SEO and working on your blog. That's what you've been doing over the last few weeks. You'll also notice that over the last few weeks, we've had an amazing amount of blogging training. Why? Because having that online real estate can be so powerful. We had training from Rob Four. I did some training. Lisa Torres recently did some training. Terrence Lamar Williams did some training. And tonight, Tanya Eliza is going to do some training as well. Now, each one of us taught a little bit different. Each one of us showed a little bit different aspect of how to use a blog or how you could use a blog. What I want to recommend and what I want to suggest to each of you isn't the fact that you have to have a blog, isn't the fact that you have to have this amazing website, is the idea that all of these people that are having success in business, right? They all own this idea. They all own this online real estate. They all use it, from myself all the way to Rob Four. So you have me, and you can just name all the people that have done the training over the last few weeks. Me, Terrence, Lisa, Rob, Tanya, Ray Higdon, right? Like all these people that have done these trainings, they all have blog. They all have this online real estate. Now, different people started using that online real estate at different times in their business. We all use it a little bit differently. So that's what makes it powerful. It makes it powerful because you have multiple people, okay, doing different things in their marketing that are all using a similar platform or the same platform to get a result. That is a clue, okay? That's a clue. It's a clue to success. If every single person that you know that's in shape exercises 3 times a week, what do you think you need to do to get in shape? If everyone you know that's in shape exercises 3 times a week and you want to be in shape, you should probably exercise 3 times a week, right? That would be a clue. It's a clue. This is when they say success leaves clues, this is what they're talking about. If you see a half a dozen people using a specific strategy, you need to jump on board and maybe not commit fully to that strategy, but at least jump on board to see what that strategy is about. Could you implement that strategy? Could you use that strategy? A lot of times, and this is a truth for me, a lot of times when everyone else is zigging, I'm zagging, right? So when everyone's going to the left, I'm moving to the right. When they're all cutting off to the right, I'm moving to the left. But that doesn't mean I'm not watching. I'm not still looking. Okay, what are these people doing? How can I apply what they're doing into my business, right? Just because they're all doing it one way, I might take what they're doing and run another entire direction with it. However, I've got the clue. I know the clue that this is a platform that many, many, many people are using, that it's working. They're getting a result. They're getting a result. And that's the bottom line, is I want to get a result. You want to get a result. So if you want to take actions to get results, then what you need to do, what I suggest that you need to do, is set yourself up in that place where you're able to take advantage of everything, where you're going to maximize what you're doing. So if you're watching the webinar from your couch on Wednesday night and the kids are running around and you don't have time to take notes and there's no place to write them and you don't even know what your notes meant because the kids are everywhere, then what I would suggest is you go somewhere else for the Wednesday night webinar. If you sit down to do work every day and you don't have a separate office like Chris does to go and sit down and get your work done, then I suggest that you set up a little makeshift office, that you set it up, you get your stuff out, you get your office ready and all of what you need, whether it's your laptop and a notebook, your phone and your laptop, your desktop and a notebook and your phone and your laptop, and get to work. Start taking the actions required to get you to your end goal, and then just pack it up when you're done. You know, yesterday I got up early in the morning. We did some stuff around the house. We did the free daily coaching. I did the rest of my work, right, that I needed to accomplish yesterday, that I wanted to finish, because I had some more stuff that I was going to be doing today, right? And I was going to be jumping on, this webinar. and a webinar after this one, right? And some more training. And so I knew that I wanted to get a certain amount of work accomplished yesterday. And when I was done with that work, I just logged off. That was it. I was just done. I finished the work. I logged off of social media. I didn't do anything for the rest of the day. Why? So I could have some of my own time, right? So I could get some of my own stuff done. So I focused when I was in the office to get all my office work done. So then when I woke up this morning, there was a half a dozen Facebook messages, right, that people were trying to communicate to me so I can communicate back with them. I woke up and there was a bunch of emails. So I have some emails to go through this morning, right? So that's what I do. I'll wake up this morning and what the heck's happening? What's happening today is I wake up this morning, we come over here, we do the free daily coaching call, right? And then as soon as this is over, I can go through my messages, right? I can see, is there anyone that I need to respond to right away? Is there some urgent business? There, out of all the messages that I had on my Facebook Messenger, there was one message of someone that was actually trying to communicate with me. That was something important that I communicated back to. I mean, I responded to all the messages this morning and I responded back to that person. Yes, you know, call me back. So I know it's bad, huh, Chris? I haven't had my coffee yet. So once I'm done with that, then the next step will be to just go and simply quickly review through my emails to see if there's anything overnight that I need to respond to that's required to get accomplished this morning, right? Is there any of these emails that I'm reading that I'm required to respond to right away? And if yes, then let me write those on my to-do list for the today, right? On my required action list. I had an email yesterday that I have to sign some paperwork. I have to read a bunch of paperwork, then I have to sign it, and then I have to send it all back and get all this stuff back by Friday, right? So today, I got it yesterday, and yesterday I was already shutting down some stuff when I got it. So I knew I marked it yesterday in my email box to read for today. So today I know that I need to go in, read that email, respond to the email, fill out the paperwork, and send it in. It's not due today. It's due on Friday, but I got it yesterday. So why not get it done today, Wednesday, and then I don't have to worry Thursday or Friday about it. Does that make sense? See, what's happening is I'm trying to be proactive, right? What's happening Wednesday? What's happening in your business? We're halfway through the week, right? So we're halfway through the week. Did you promote or have you promoted anything this week so far? And if you have, congratulations. If you haven't, there's still time. Today's Wednesday. What's going on tomorrow and Friday in your business world? What are you doing for business tomorrow and Friday? What's happening over the weekend on Saturday and Sunday? What is it that you can invite people to right now? Maybe you are thinking, hey, you know what? I forgot to invite people to the webinar. I can still do that. Absolutely. You can absolutely still invite people to tonight's webinar on blogging. The one that I'll be at, the one that you could be at, you could still invite people to it. When we say what's happening Wednesday, this is a time to say, hey, what's happening in my business? What have I been doing this week? If today's Wednesday and I'm just starting to promote a webinar that's happening tonight, then what's happening is I'm behind, right? That's what's happening. Because you should have been, and we should have all, if you're going to promote the Wednesday webinar, you should have been promoting it on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then just have the end of the promotion today. Not starting the promotion today because it's Wednesday, right? We're starting the promotion today on Wednesday for something that's happening on Friday or Saturday. So we can have time to promote it. So we can start talking about it and building a buzz. So we have enough people that we can talk to over that time. So Wednesday is a day of the week that we can really look in because there's so much training available today. Because if you're part of Free Daily Coaching here this morning, you're probably going to be joining us this afternoon at the Friends of Free Daily Coaching. If you're not a friend of Free Daily Coaching and you want to become a member, then just simply reach out to me. Let me know. We'll get you a link and you can link up with us. We're going to be doing that this afternoon. Then we're going to be jumping onto another webinar this evening. So there's things happening in our business. We've got events happening every single week. We've got training happening every single week. So what's happening in your business? This morning, we talked about your environment, and not just the physical environment, but the environment, the total environment, the physical environment that you're in, the location, the people that you're surrounding yourself, the sounds and the sights that you're surrounding yourself with are important. So your physical environment, setting that up, and then looking at what's happening Wednesday and saying, looking around, saying, hey, what is happening this week? Where am I at? This is a day to check in with yourself and say, where am I at this week? Because the week's only halfway through. If I haven't taken enough action this week, I have an ability right now to correct that and finish the week strong. If I have been, or you have been taking the actions required thus far, then congratulations. You've gone through the first half of the week with a turbo boost. Now finish strong and continue through the week, right? Continue through the week strong, taking the required actions to move forward so that you can start to build this pattern, so that you can start to have, you'll know that you have 1 week under your belt, and then next week can be the next week, and then the following week can be another week. And then pretty soon you've been doing it for a month. And then pretty soon you've been doing it for 2 months and 3 months and 6 months. And pretty soon people are looking to you as the authority. Why? Because you've been consistent. Why? Because you've taken the same actions day after day after day. I can see you yawning, Chris, right? Because I could see you under your hand. I could see you. She's like, I wasn't yawning. You have the opportunity right now to start to build that consistency day after day, week after week, month after month. And the way that we do it is by checking in daily. For those of you that are coming every single day, that attend the free daily coaching call and that have been for quite some time, kudos to you. Congratulations to you. This is one step. This is the one thing that you've been doing on the regular. I want to congratulate you. Now I want to encourage you to take one more step, to add one more thing to this. So in addition to free daily coaching, what is that next thing that you're going to do every single day? You're going to write a post about it. You're going to make a video on the training, on something you learned. You're going to make a social media campaign on what you learned. And whether it was from here or from another place, from another training. But if you started to take action every day consistently, I'm telling you that you would continue to create a different physical environment, that this around you, that the people that you put around you, that the things that you were listening to, that the physical world that you are living in will start to change. So you have the opportunity, you have the chance to go out and change it today. I want to remind each and every one of you that, like I mentioned before, that yes, we will be at the Friends of Free Daily Coaching this afternoon. This evening, we will be at the My Lead System Pro webinar. Tanya Eliza is going to be there tonight. It's going to be doing some more blogging. So if you've been working on your blog, if you want to see someone else's system, someone else's format, someone else's formula to success of how they're using a blog, here's another perspective. You've gotten to see Rob's, right? You've gotten to see mine. You've gotten to see Terrence's. You've seen Ray Higdon, how he's done it. You've even got to come every single Thursday for the last few weeks and see Rob Ford's SEO process broken down step by step and applied with Chris Schaus. So you've had plenty of opportunities. Tonight is another one of those opportunities. And are you going to take that opportunity to go and see how someone else is doing it, to see how their formula to success may be able to help you start to build your formula to success? I want to encourage you to join us at the Friends of Free Daily Coaching this afternoon. And just following that, we'll be joining the My Lead System Pro weekly webinar with Tanya Eliza this week. So I'll shoot you an opportunity to grab onto that webinar this evening, and I'm definitely will see some of you there. And for those that are getting pretty excited about it, tomorrow is another live edition of Chris Schaus in the House, where she shows you simple, easy techniques that she's been learning and applying. This is where you get to come over and see someone else that's not where I'm at, that may not be where you're at in your business. That's someone that's moving forward. That's someone that's taking the actions required to move her business forward. And she comes out every single Thursday to show you what she's doing, what she's learned and then applied, and then how you can apply it. And she breaks it down into simple, easy to digest modules. So tomorrow morning, same time, right? Same time, same bat channel. with a new host, right? So instead of myself, you're going to have Chris Schaus in the house. It happens every Thursday. So be here tomorrow for that. And then, of course, as always, we'll have our Friday free-for-all to let everyone come over, share what they did this week, share the actions, the results that they got, so that everyone that comes here to Free Daily Coaching can see that you too can get massive results in your business. Thanks for joining us here at the Free Daily Coaching Call. We'll see you tomorrow with Chris Schaus in the house. Talk to you then.